यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनराञ्जना यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनराञ्जना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ बलदेवा जय सुभद्रमयी जय जगन्नाथ जय निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय भूमि सुपाद श्रेयाजिकाचार्य स्तोत चतुश्री श्री हिज वे सभै चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की वृंद देवी तुलसी मिराण की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की यताय गौर प्रनंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading for Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 5, Text number 23. Regarding Narada's instructions on Srimad Bhagavatam. Aham puratita bhave bhavam mune Aham puratita bhave bhavam mune दास्यास्तु कस्याचन वेदवादिना दास्यास्तु कस्याचन वेदवादिना निरूपितो बालक एव योगिना निरूपितो बालक एव योगिना शुश्रूषणे प्रावृषि निर्विवीक्षताम् शुश्रूषणे प्रावृषि निर्विवीक्षताम् अहं पुरातीत भवे अवभं पुने दास्यास्व कस्याचन वेदवादिना निरूपितो बालकैव योगिना शुश्रूषणे प्रावृषनिर्विवीक्षितान् अहं पुरातीत भवे अभवं मुने दास्यास्व कस्याचन वेदवादिना निरूपितो बालकैव योगिना शुश्रूषणे प्रावृषनिर्विवीक्षितान्
निरूपितो बालक एव योगिना शुश्रूषणे प्रावृषनिर्विवीक्षताम् अहं पुरातीत भवे भवं मुने दास्यास्व कस्याचन वेदवादिनां निरूपितो बालक एव योगिना शुश्रूषणे प्रावृषनिर्विवीक्षताम् अहं पुरातीत भवे भवं मुने दास्यास्व कस्याचन
वेदवादिनां
निरूपितो
पावकयो योगिनां word to word meaning. Aham, I. Pura, formerly. Atita bhave, the previous millennium. Abhavam became. Mune of the Muni, Dasyaha of the maid servant, Tu but, Kashyachana certain, Vedavadina of the followers of the Vedanta, Nirupitaha engaged, Balakaha boy servant, Eva only, Yoginam of the devotees, Sushrushane in the service of Ravrishi during the 4 months of rainy season, Nirvivikshatam living together. Translation purport by Sringe Sabai Charnarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. O Muni, in the last millennium, I was born as the son of a certain maid servant engaged in the service of Brahmanas, who were following the principles of Vedanta. When they were living together during the 4 months of the rainy season, I was engaged in their personal service. Please repeat the translation. O Muni, in the last millennium, I was born as the son of a certain maid servant, engaged in the service of Brahmanas, who were following the principles of Vedanta. When they were living together during the 4 months of the rainy season, I was engaged in their personal service. Purport by His Sringe Sabai Charnarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Purport. The wonder of an atmosphere surcharged with devotional service of the Lord is briefly described herein by Sri Narada Muni. He was the son of the most insignificant parentage. He was not properly educated. Still, because his complete energy was engaged in the service of the Lord, he became an immortal sage. Such is the powerful action of devotional service. The living entities are the marginal energy of the Lord, and therefore they are meant for being properly utilized in the transcendent loving service of the Lord. When this is not done, it is called Maya. Therefore, the illusion of Maya is at once dissipated as soon as one's full energy is converted in the service of the Lord instead of in sense gratification or sense enjoyment. From the personal example of Sri Narada Muni in his previous birth, it is clear that the service of the Lord begins with the service of the Lord's bona fide servants. The Lord says that the service of his servants is greater than his personal service. Service of the devotee is more valuable than the service of the Lord. One should therefore choose a bona fide servant of the Lord constantly engaged in his service and accept such servant as the spiritual master and engage himself in the spiritual master's service. Such a spiritual master is a transparent medium by which to visualize the Lord who is beyond the conception of the material senses. The service of the bona fide spiritual master, the Lord consents to reveal himself in proportion to the service rendered. Utilization of the human energy in the service of the Lord is the progressive path of salvation. The whole cosmic creation becomes at once identical with the Lord as soon as service in relation with the Lord is rendered under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. The expert spiritual master knows the art of utilizing everything to glorify the Lord, and therefore, under his guidance, the whole world can be turned into the spiritual abode by the divine grace of the Lord's servant. This is the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshormilitam Nena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namamo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyamadi Pachat Deshatharine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. You said Hindi and English both, you said, no? Hindi and English both. So this chapter is very important in devotees' lives. In fact, when Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Yadgatvana nivartante taddama paramam mama. One who attained the spiritual world, he never comes back to this material world. Then a question may come that everybody came from spiritual world only. Isn't it? But Prabhupada says that once you get purified in this material world and go back to Krishna, you will remember the vasanas of the or the impact of the material world, how difficult, how turbulent, how difficult it is, this material world is. Now from this pastime of Narada Muni, we can see that Narada Muni is now is a liberated soul. He's a pure devotee of the Lord. Now he is able to recollect, remember the previous life. That indicates that we will not forget. We may not remember all the details as such, but we will not forget the material impact on us. That's how we will never come back again to this material world, provided if you take up devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as prescribed by, as delivered by a bona fide spiritual master. That's a very important this thing. That's why Prabhupada says, start saying this purport. The wonder of an atmosphere surcharged with the devotional service of the Lord is briefly described here. ऐसे एक भक्ति वातावरण में जीना बहुत अवश्य है. One should not think it is one of the choice or one of the means of living this material world. कर्म बहुत पावरफुल है, बहुत पावरफुल है. Just see that. He is saying that the previous life, दास्यास्तु कश्याचन अहम पुरातीतो अभवे अभवम मुने दास्यास्तु. That in the previous life, reduce the volume, no? Too much. वैसे भी मेरा आवाज भी थोड़ा ज़्यादा है. The previous life, he was born as a son of certain maid servant. So you see that our birth is, as Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Kapila, sorry, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Kapila Dev says, Karmana Daivanetrena Jentur Deho Upapatyate. Karmana Daivanetrena. What happened? Volume gone away now? Okay, keep it as it is earlier. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Lord Kapila Dev says, Karmana Devanetrena Jantur Deva Upapatyate. Deha Upapatyate. The शरीर को दिया जाता है, शरीर को प्राप्त किया जाता है. शरीर को कैसे प्राप्त हो किया जाता है? कर्मणा देवनेत्रेणा, by our previous activities. So why somebody has taken birth as a servant of, as a son of maid servant? Why somebody has taken birth as in a great Brahminical family? It all depends on the previous life activities. The divine eyes are watching. We may be under the illusion, कौन देख रहा है? मैं कमरा में बैठा हूँ, मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ या मोबाइल में घूम रहा हूँ का? Who is watching? Everything is watched by the divine arrangement of the Lord. Our mind is constantly captured by these karmic reactions. What is mind all about? Mind is actually a storehouse. Godam hai, Godam. Of all so many experiences. And this mind has two functions. Sankalpa and Vikalpa. Based on what? Based on whatever it prompts. So, it is a गोदाम है, बहुत सारे अनुभवों से भरा हुआ है. एंड ये गोदाम से कब क्या सोच बाहर निकलेगा कुछ भी कंट्रोल नहीं है. एनी टाइम एनी थॉट कैन कम अप, प्रॉप अप. You can't have any control on it. We are sitting in the class now. Because my voice is a little louder, that's how you are very attentive now. That's how Prabhupada says, if you wanted to control your mind, Chant loudly, because the loud, how to control the mind? Through ears. Chant loudly, he says. If you low voice, if you speak, then mind चक्कर मार के आ जाता है, पूरा दुनिया घूम के आ जाता है. And no control, किस दुनिया में जाकर आएंगे? So many experiences are floating. What will stick on, we don't know. And this karma, our activities actually destines our destiny. Destiny is very powerful. Sometimes we think that why I am getting so much attached to this thing, this particular thought, this particular object, this particular person. We ourselves get surprised. I am chanting, I am performing devotional service. Why this attachment is there? This mind, attachments, the impressions are very strong. Generally we say vasanas. Very, very strong. And among all the vasanas, strongest vasana, Shastra says is opposite sex. Man attached to woman, woman attached to man. Both ways. If one does not train himself to overcome these attachments, जब तक हम ऐसे एफर्ट नहीं लगाता है, if we don't train ourselves to overcome this attachment which are very strong in our mind, then Shastra says that we are no better than animal. Because animals behave or conduct based on intuition of the senses. That's how in a standard way it is said that ahara, nidra, bhayamaituna. Intuitions are these four categories. So it is very important to train our mind, because these attachments play a very, very big role in our life. Most of the people have this doubt, why somebody takes birth in a maid servant's house, why somebody takes in a rich family, somebody takes birth in a vidwan's family, educated family. Many times even devotees also, some devotees are very expert in quoting the slokas, reciting Shastra, very Shastrik. Sometimes feel hum bhi thoda shikhe to acha hoga. But what to do? His karma is so good that he is able to capture the Sanskrit slokas and is able to have very good, what is called Sanskrit called dharana. Dharana means memory power. He is able to remember all the slokas. So I remember one devotee, in class of 40 minutes he cited 60 slokas. 40 minutes class he cited 60. That means so much of dharana. He is able to remember. Not only remember, he is able to connect to the subject matter accordingly. Sometimes we also feel हमको भी ऐसे होना चाहिए, but हमारा destiny ऐसे है. Did not had so much of this thing, but we are so fortunate that we had shelter of Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. That is our fortune. वो हमारा भाग्य है. Whether we have this ability, that ability, doesn't matter. Srila Prabhupada has embraced all of us. It's not that we are able to, we came in shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Never be under such kind of conception that no, I took shelter of Srila Prabhupada. It is our fortune Srila Prabhupada has given shelter to all of us. So, but reality is the people are always in doubt. Why the such kind of discriminations are there? The reason is the karma is very, very powerful. Our own activities are very, very powerful. Once a person was walking for a long distance. He became very tired. Just momentarily he thought, कुछ घोड़ा या गधा होता है तो अच्छा होगा, ऊपर बैठ के जा सकता है ना. बहुत चल के थक गया है. He's very tired. So he felt, if there is a horse or donkey, if there is good, I can sit on it. And he was thinking like that, and just see, he was thinking, and happened to a donkey passed by in that way. So he's very happy. Oh, see, I just thought, and donkey came. Donkey was very heavy, hefty. So immediately he sat on the donkey and started riding. Just after going few meters, actually he did not notice because he was very tired and he was very anxious to, sit on the donkey. So he did not notice the donkey was very fat. Actually the donkey was pregnant at that time. So after moving few meters, the donkey gave birth to donkey calf. So naturally, we all know that once give birth to the baby, the donkey doesn't move. He's not moving. So he also got down trying to push it, and he's not moving. But he, being a villager, he had an experience that how in the village a cow gives birth to a calf and doesn't move. It doesn't walk because it's very caring for the calf. So generally what that gwala does, he takes the calf in the hand and keep moving, and behind cow also walks. So he remembered that, it's good. So let me take the baby donkey in my hand and keep walking, and donkey also comes along with him. So he took the baby donkey in the hand, he's moving. Then donkey also going behind him. So after going for a distance, he started thinking, what I thought I should get a donkey, so the donkey or a horse, so that I can sit on the donkey and suffer kar sakta hun. But what I am doing now, I am carrying donkey. So the destiny is like that, very powerful. You may think whatever you want to think. You may think whatever. You think that now, let us say in ourselves, I have become sadhu. I wanted to live like a devotee. Sadhu. Not like a karmi. Wear saffron clothes. Shave the head. Live in a separate quarter. Not with family members, all the detached, everything detached and living in this thing. But if you don't take shelter of Vedavadinam Nirupito, if you don't take shelter of the pure devotee who engages you in the service of Yogina, Shushrusashena, if you don't take shelter of a devotee who engages you in the devotional service, if you don't indulge, if you don't engage in devotional service, your destiny haunts you. You may think whatever you want to think. You may think that I wanted to be a devotee, I wanted to be a sadhu, I want to be a brahmachari. Whatever you think is all good to think all these things. The good direction. You can become free from all tapatra unmilam. You can become free from all anxieties, all difficulties. Like how this man is thinking, he is very tired, walking is very tired. If I can get some vahana, I'll become free from this tired. But destiny is so powerful. Actually, he is not carried by donkey, but he is carrying the donkey. So if we don't take shelter of a pure devotee who engages in devotional service, even though somebody may take sadhu life, but destiny haunts him. That's why many times people says that, Swamiji, why ये साधु बनने के बाद भी ऐसे प्रवृत्ति क्यों उनमें? Why is behaving like that? Because karma is destiny is very, very powerful. If you wanted to escape from the destiny, only means is take shelter of Bhakti Vedantas. Have the association of pure devotees. Association of pure devotees. One has to be extremely careful to what circumstances I am living in, with what we are associating with. Even in devotional service for that matter, even devotional service, every activity should be done as per the instructions and guidance of Yoginam Susrushane. Yoginam Susrushane. Nirupitaha. One should be engaged. Nirupitaha means one should be engaged. Susrushane means in the service of the Lord or the devotees. As Prabhupada refer here, the Lord doesn't accept service from a person directly, or Lord doesn't appreciate one who claims himself as a devotee of the Lord, but actually Lord appreciate a devotee who claims himself as a devotee of the Lord. You see? So one should be very careful. Every action, every activity, even a Krishna consciousness for that matter, should be, what do you say, that cross-verifying, cross-checking, whether these activities is in line with Srila Prabhupada. That is possible only when we carry Srila Prabhupada along with us in our every activity. We should always remember Srila Prabhupada in our activity. Otherwise, very, very difficult. The Maya is very powerful, very, very powerful. In fact, Maya test, if somebody is meditating on the Lord, Maya test whether really is focused. Once one yogi is meditating on Lord, so much severe meditation is doing, severe austerities for many years, and we know anybody is not perform severe austerities, Indra get perturbed. Indra हमेशा सोचते रहता है मेरे स्थान कोई छीन जाएगी. So he felt very this thing and perturbed, and he thought I should go do something where he should break this person's meditation. He came down to the jungle, to the dense forest where the yogi is meditating, and there he came in the form as a king, and he went to Muni and said, "Oh Muni, I am very tired, I am very thirsty. I wanted to go to the nearby river, want to take bath and drink water and come back. Till that time, can you keep this sword with you?" Sword. He said, "Okay." Because saw that a royal king is coming and asking one small help. How can he say no to him? Generally, Brahmanas, Munis, Sadhus, they all respect the Kshatriyas because they know that because of Kshatriyas, they are able to peacefully live in the forest and practice their meditation. He said, "Okay." He took the sword and kept on his lap because he is meditating. He is sitting on the meditation posture. So he kept on his lap. In few minutes I'll come back and take, he said. Okay. And he engaged in his meditation. Sword is there on his lap. The king has gone to the river to take bath or to drink water. And he's in meditation. Few minutes over, few hours over. It happened in the morning, afternoon, evening, still Kange has not come back. And the Muni felt obliged, hey, this sword belongs to the king. I have to hand over to him back. It's his property. I should hand over him back. So socha hai, he has not come. What happened to him? Let me go and see. And let me hand over his sword to him. So he has to get up from the meditation. He took the sword in hands like this, in two hands. Started walking towards the river to find out the king. After walking few meters, some distance, the khadga, the sword from which is there in hands like this, came to one hand like this. After walking few more meters, that khadga which is there in the hands, sword which is there in the hands, he started moving like this. Then after walking some more distance, he became very expert in moving like this. Then after moving some more distance, he became so expert because animals here and there coming, he started using the sword as to protect himself or defend himself. Then after moving some more distance, he became hunter. He started using the sword for hunting. This is what exactly Indra wanted. What is that? Bhatkana chahiye. His meditation has to be broken. So, one has to be extremely careful what we possess, what we hold with us. The sword is meant for Kshatriyas, not meant for sadhus. साधु का हाथ में क्या होना चाहिए? माला होना चाहिए, कमंडल होना चाहिए. If it comes, the sword comes in hands, what will happen? Yes, sadhu also should have a sword in his hands. What is that? Sword of knowledge. So when we go for preaching, when we engage ourselves in the service, whether we are engaging in the service, that should be determined by the presence of Srila Prabhupada's instructions in our life. Otherwise, the money can pollute our mind. The people's Aishwarya can pollute our mind. People's beauty can pollute our mind. People's name and fame can pollute our mind. People's education, learned, then can pollute in sense, it can disturb our mind. Sometimes people vairagya can pollute our mind. Oh, what a great sadhu you see, so austere life he leads. We get attracted for all these things. So we should be extremely careful and protective of our spiritual life. Our karma is very bad. We are no exceptions. We all have these allurements in our life. Maya is constantly waiting. Maya is constantly waiting. So it's very important to have the right association of the devotees, and it's very important to whatever activity we perform in our spiritual life, that activity should be sustrushanaha. It should be in the service of the Lord. Nirupinaha and nirupitaha, whatever engagement we have, that should be in the service of the Lord. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Maya sakta manaha partha Yogam yunjanmadashrayaha. You should perform every activity in my by taking shelter of me. Constantly thinking over the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, it's very important for us to engage in the service of the Lord under the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then we can have the right understanding about what is the liberation. Prabhupada writes here, utilization of the human energy in the service of the Lord is the progressive path for salvation. Progressive path for the salvation. Salvation or liberation. These have many meanings or many understandings, even among the spiritualists for that matter. One class of the people, they think that if they come out of the difficulties of the life, that is the liberation, free from the difficulties. And they all know why difficulties are there in life, why problems are there in the life. Problems are there in the life because of sinful activities. And thus so they're trying to negate the sinful activities by performing pious activities. And pious activities as prescribed in the scriptures. Because they're following the prescriptions as for the scriptures. He said, Vedavadinam. Vedavadinam, Prabhupada translates here, is actually follows of Vedantas. Vedanta. Vedanta means end of the Veda. Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, what is that? Vedecha sarvai aham eva vedyaha. That is the Vedanta. Anta, the end of Veda is one should know the Supreme Personality of Krishna. But there are Anta. End means there is a beginning also. There is a gradual progression also. Isn't it? That's what Prabhupada is writing here. Utilization of the human energy in the service of the Lord is the progressive path of salvation. How to engage oneself in the service of the Lord? For different class of people, for different levels of consciousness of the people, Lord prescribed different paths. Actually, one path only. One is the direct path. Another is a krama, step-by-step process. Everything is actually one only. Everything is progressive path of salvation. Everything is supposed to be service of the Lord. But everybody will not be in the same level of understanding. That's why some people takes up prescribed some rituals as for the scriptures, and they mold their karmas according to the Vedic literature. They are called Sakama Karmis or Karma Yogis. Sakama Karma Yoga. Ultimately, they want to satisfy their desires. For that, instead of performing sinful activities, they take the path of Vedic literature. Next comes Nishkama Karma Yogis. Whatever results come, they submit in the service of the Lord. At least whatever the degree they have understanding. And some people worship the Pitrus, Devatas. So all these paths are there. They'll attain the destiny. They'll go to Pitralokas, they go to heavenly planets. And some people they meditate on the Supreme Personality of God and in the Paramatma in the heart. They go to actually Brahmalokas. They attain the Brahman. Brahman means actually they go to Satyaloka or Brahmaloka. As not that they will obtain Supreme Personality of God immediately. Whenever this creation concludes, Brahma goes back to Godhead. And they also enter. Along with Brahma, they will enter. But there is no guarantee that they go to Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yadgatvana nivartante taddama paramamama. There is no guarantee they will enter that planet where they will not come back again. Because Brahma himself, there is no guarantee. Because Brahma also is a post. The greatest karmi can become Brahma. A greatest jnani can become Brahma. A greatest devotee also can become Brahma. Only a greatest devotee, the best among all the devotees, chosen by the Lord, he will enter the end of the creation. He will enter the Vaikuntha planet. He will go back to Godhead. He will not come back. If you are fortunate enough, the living entities who are in Satyaloka, if they are fortunate enough that their Brahma is a pure devotee who will go back to Godhead at the end of the creation, they will all go back to Godhead. If that Brahma is not, that state is not a pure devotee, he may be a greatest Jnani who is holding the position of Brahma. There is a word is used in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Veda Drishtya. Veda Drishtya means the Brahma is referred to the Brahma. Brahma who is having a Veda Drishtya means independent of Krishna or independent of Vishnu. He having the opinion that he is independent of Vishnu. He can act independent of the Lord. So he may, at the end of the creation, he go to Vaikuntha, but he cannot remain in the Vaikuntha atmosphere. He cannot experience the Vaikuntha experience. He will come back again. He will come back as Brahma again. That time all the living entities again take birth here. So all these destinations are no meaning. So one has to take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One has to engage in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the reason the Bhagavatam, in the 3rd canto, Kapiladeva says, let me see. It says, Atam, therefore, tam sarva bhutanam vrta padmesh kritalayam shrutanubhavam sharanam vrajabhavena bhavini. He says that, therefore, my dear mother, Devavati, by devotional service, take direct shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is seated in everyone's heart. There is no point in taking so many different paths. All these different paths are actually not different paths. There are only step-by-step process. And there is no guarantee that at the end you will attain the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because again you have to come, repeatedly you have to come. You go to Sargaloka, again you have to come back to this Martyaloka. If you go to Satyaloka, Brahmaloka, again you may have to come back. Brahma Bhuvanar Loke Panaravartinojana. Even after going to Vaikuntha, sometime you may have to come back. If you are not fortunate enough, because you are not engaged in the devotional service. You have not tasted the service, devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead under a bona fide spiritual master. Like Durvasa Muni, he went to Vaikuntha Loka or not? He went to Vaikuntha. But he could not stay there. He could not experience Vaikuntha atmosphere. Because he was very fearful. Vaikuntha, where is the fear? No anxiety. But he is very fearful. So he could not experience the Vaikuntha atmosphere. He came back. So that's how one has to take shelter of Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is seated in everyone's heart. So Lord is very merciful. We may forget Him. But Lord is coming and residing with us life after life. We go to any species for that matter, based on a desire, we go to species, but Lord comes and resides with us as Paramatma. We are not able to see. We are not able to establish a relationship. He is asking. He is actually saying, once you turn towards me, we are not listening Him. Because we are andhakara, we are in ajnana. Then how we are getting benefited? Paramatma is coming to help. But because of ajnana, we are not able to establish a link or connection with Him. How we can get benefited? By seeing our deep-rooted ajnana, the same Paramatma is coming externally. He is taking rupa, he is taking a form, external form, that is called spiritual master. A bona fide spiritual master. So a spiritual master is nothing but is the external incarnation, an external form of this Paramatma, Supreme Personality Godhead. So that's how a bona fide spiritual master, not every guru. Guru has different meanings and contexts. Like we say that he is my guru. We have many gurus in school teachers. In fact, the first guru in anybody's life is mother, father. They are the one who teaches everything to us. But when we say guru, a spiritualist say guru, there is a heavy meaning. Guru, actually the meaning of the guru itself is heavy. Guru means heavy, Lagu and Guru. So a spiritualist speaks about Guru, that one who delivers him from this material world. He has to be a bona fide spiritual master. And such kind of bona fide spiritual master who delivers him from the material world to the spiritual world, he is Krishna's representative. He is a Paramatma's external form. So in that way we are very fortunate. We got the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada gave mercifully, he has gave us this shelter where we can practice spiritual life and take the benefit of. Even though our karma is so bad, we are not so fortunate enough to take birth in such kind of yoga brashtas are very fortunate. Yoga brashtas are very fortunate. So what is this? Shrimatam Gehe. So they take birth in the Suchinam Srimatam Gehe. They take birth in a devotee's family. But unfortunately, we did not have such kind of karma, good karma. But we became more fortunate even than those children. We became more fortunate where Srila Prabhupada has taken, he has given shelter. That's what is actually, that's what it says in the scriptures. It said that if at all something lacking in this world, there is a scarcity. If at all something scarcity in this world, what is that? He said that amantram aksharam nastri. Amantram aksharam nastri. There is no letter which cannot act as a mantram. Mantra. Mantra is the one which is religious, which liberates him. Then mantrayate iti mantraha. There is no letter, alphabet which cannot act as a mantra. And nasti moolam anaushadam. There is no root. Moolam means the root. The roots. There is no root which will not act as a aushadhi, as a medicine. Amantram aksharam nasti. Nasti moolam na aushadam. And ayogya purusho nasti. There is no person who is ayogya. Ayogya. Now sometimes we feel, मैं लायक नहीं हूँ. No, there is no person who is not capable enough. Every person has ability. Ayogyam purusho nasti. That everybody is capable of something. Nobody is ayogya in this world. There is no letter which will not act as a mantra. There is no root which will not act as a medicine. There is no person who is ayogya in this world. Then if everything is capable, everybody is capable, then what is lacking? The lacking is yojanaha akshatraha durlabaha. Yojaka tatra durlabaha. Yojakaha means the person who can make that every akshara as a mantra, a person who can make every root as a medicine, a person who can make every person as a yogya. That person is a scarce. That one is the bona fide spiritual master. Every word emanating from a bona fide spiritual master can act as a mantra. Every person is touched by a pure devotee, he will become yogya. Every food he recommends will become medicine, aushadhi. Krishna Prasad means aushadhi. Every word emanating from the Guru, Guru Mukha Padma Vakya, Chittate Korya Aikya. It purifies her heart. Every word coming from the spiritual master's mouth is it is purifying her heart. So what is lacking in this world is a bona fide spiritual master. People are lacking inside, bona fide spiritual master is there, but people are not able to have that association. So we are so fortunate. Srila Prabhupada has given that shelter. How Narada Muni got such a great opportunity to have the association of a pure devotees. As a maid servant Balaka, he is not great Panditya, he is not great doing great service, he is just doing some help along with his mother. And Srila Prabhupada, see what great opportunity Prabhupada has given to all of us to be part of his mission, to engage in his service, to push on the mission of Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How great fortune is our life is. So we should know. Then what can be achieved is, he said here, the expert spiritual master knows the art of utilizing everything to glorify the Lord. And therefore, under his guidance, the whole world can be turned into the spiritual abode by the divine grace of the Lord's servant. We'll stop here. Any question or comments?
As you explained the example of that sword, Hare Krishna Guru, as you gave the example of that meditator who was carrying the sword, so it by chance came into his lap. And he had a choice that he could, in the beginning stage only, he could throw away.
It not. Okay, let me clarify. It did not come by choice, by chance. It was actually Maya is forcing. Indra is forcing. So Maya forces. Yes, please continue.
So then later on he practices and he chooses to practice that and he gets entangled in that. But in a devotee's case, sometimes in the form of a sword, some service comes which was not his choice and he cannot throw it away also. In that case, he could have rejected the sword. So, but in devotee's case, he has to carry that, and sometimes that might become dangerous also or not, he does not know. So the question is how to carry that sword which should not harm the devotee, at the same time he should carry for the service of the Lord.
Without chanting 16 rounds, without reading come se kam 30 minutes to 1 hour, don't go out to hold the sword. Sword is meant for service, no, for a devotee. So you equipped yourself. Moment you complete your chant, attend Mangalarti, attend Guru Puja, complete 16 rounds, read Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, hear Bhagavatam class, equipped with Guru, equipped with what? Your Astra is Guru. So wherever you go, Guru will come with you. Wherever you go, Guru is there with you. Your mind doesn't take over. Guru is constantly monitoring. Guru is guiding. Paramatma is guiding. Our mind is not tilted. We don't complete our chanting. We don't attend Mangalarti. We are not properly equipped with spiritual potency which is emanating from Guru. So basically we have to carry Guru. What is said, if you go to Vrindavan, it will become Tirtha Yatra or Vihara Yatra, what will become? It will become most of the 90% to 99% of the people will become Vihara Yatra. Even Vrindavan, it will become Vihara Yatra. But for devotees, it will become Tirtha Yatra. Why it will become Tirtha Yatra? Because they are carrying their Guru along with them. Carrying Guru means carrying Guru's instructions. What mood we should go to Tirtha Yatra. But that mood also will not be able to sustain more than 3-4 days. That's what Prabhupada said, don't stay more than 3-4 days. Come back. You understood? So, whether it become Vihara Yatra, Tirtha Yatra, is the difference is what? Now, whether you are carrying the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. So, when you go for preaching outside, you should carry Prabhupada with you. You should become Krishna conscious. Why you are going? To engage in service of Krishna. दुनिया को उद्धार करने के लिए नहीं है, खुद को उद्धार करने के लिए. Because engaging in the service of the Lord is one of the activity for me to purify at this stage. That's not, don't think that I am serving the Lord. We are not even capable to serve. By that means, I develop ability to serve the Lord. That is also sadhana actually for us. Every day I should go out. Like every day 2 hours I should chant 16 rounds. Like that every day at least 5 hours, 6 hours I should go for preaching. Because that is also sadhana, not service. Understood? Regulative principles means, sadhana means what? Any activity is done regulatedly is called sadhana. Okay?
I have a question regarding the statement. You said that Lord appreciate one who consider him as devotee of devotee. So, if I am wrong, please correct me. This universe, Brahma, is considered as a pure devotee, as we line up in the Sampradaya. So, even this Brahma his prayers for Krishna, Brahma is Samhita. Likewise, so what is the difference between the demigod worship? Even Shiva also considered as a Parameshwar. So here the statement is that one who considered as a devotee of devotee, Lord appreciate him. But in Bhagavad Gita, same Krishna says that directly you can worship me also. So what is the difference between both of us?
Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has pointed out there are 3 categories within the status of Brahma. Namely, those are karmi, jnani and devotee. A Brahma who is the most exalted karmi of the universe will have to come back to the material world. A living entity who has achieved the post of Brahma by being greatest speculative philosopher within the universe may attain impersonal liberation. A living entity who has been awarded the post of Brahma due to being a great devotee of the Supreme Personality Godhead enters into the personal abode of the Lord. So not that every Brahma is a pure devotee. Once Prabhupada was asked, Prabhupada, how pure Brahma is a pure devotee, how he ran behind his daughter. Prabhupada said, the parampara Brahma, he is different from that Brahma. One answer. Another answer is, of course, the Leela. Lord chooses this thing. So that means from the Acharya statements, not that all Brahmas are pure devotees, not that all Indras are pure devotees. Sometime Brahma post become vacant, nobody is there, powerful person has to come. Lord himself, Lord Vishnu himself take the post of Brahma. Sometimes Surya post, sun god post, Vivaswan, no. That is empty. Surya Narayana, Lord himself take the post of sun god. You understood? So not necessary that, but if the Brahma is a pure devotee, and now we are so fortunate, we are coming in that parampara, our acharyas, and the descendants of his acharyas, and they all go back to Godhead, provided we follow strictly. So answering to your question is, first thing is, we are fortunate that we are connected to the Brahma parampara. If we strictly follow, we will go back to Godhead. And which back to Godhead? That Brahma, the one who is singing, Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. The one who recognizes Krishna as the Supreme Personality Godhead, from whom all other expansions are coming, which is very rare actually. Though this understanding, even among the Vaishnavas, this understanding is not there. Okay, stop here. Vrindashrimad Bhagavatam ki, Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki.